other thing that I decided to do is that I haven't been listening to my records much. And so I was like, I'll listen to a different record every day.
I had a feeling you've been listening to records. That's why I mentioned it.
Yeah, well, I just started today or yesterday. So this is Rizzo. So this is Rizzo. So Rizzo it's called Indigo. Rizzo just was formerly Lady Rizzo and got rid of the lady and had an amazing show called Losing the Lady.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was like about identity, and it was really moving and really beautiful. I hope that maybe they'll put the recording in, but like, isn't she beautiful? Get that? Yeah. Yeah. So I've been listening to that, and that's great. It's also on Spotify, so if you don't have a record player, you can do that. You know this. This is another book that I have been enjoying. It's by Chani Nicholas. It's I just feel like it's queer astrology. Like Chani is queer and also like brings up a lot of like activisty stuff, and it's just like it feel like so much of like astrology is like very heteronormative, and if you can't tell, I'm queer. I know you know, but for the audience out there, so it's nice to like have a book that like gives you like, it's not just like, so when you fall in love with a man, it's like, you know, it's like really, it's not even about that. And I feel like most astrology is like, you know, like it's really like partner focused, and it's like, you're gonna be with a man or whatever, and just very gender. And this doesn't, it's not that at all.
The thing that I'd like to do with you today is I have an old issue of Playboy here, and I want to ask you the questions that they ask Centerfold.
Oh, that's amazing.
I used to do sometimes in my live show. Okay, so here are some Playboy questions for you, Darlinda. Okay.
I have that. I have that. Is that the Dita Von Teese one?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have this one. What are your ambitions?
What are my ambitions?
Yeah.
Well, my ambition for today is to try to figure out how to make Untitled Rainbow Project / One Woman Rainbow a television show, because so I want to be on TV. I want to make that happen and figure out how to make that happen. So
that's an awesome ambition. What are your turn-ons? However you want to take that.
Oh my God. Like currently I would just take a hug, you know.
Turn-ons. Hug. A touch on the arm.
Just, you know, I would even take a little pat on the shoulder. God, I'm a multifaceted sexual individual, so there's a lot of things that turn me on. But I think like communication, like I'm also really into faces. Like I love faces. I feel like,
how about this face?
Yeah, that's good. Oh my God. This is a public thing. Yeah, I feel like I love people's faces. Like that's just sort of like, yeah, I could like, I like to look at people when I'm having sex with them. So there's like, that's
like they open their eyes and they're like, woo, hey.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to see your face. I want to see what's happening. So yeah, anyways, yeah, faces.
Turn offs.
I guess, well, this is funny. I like to be able to breathe, like not being able to breathe, that really turns me off. So I was part of like this kink website for a little bit. What's it called? FetLife, that's it. And, you like put all your different kinks, and I was like, oh, breath play, like thinking, oh, it's like tantric, like breathing with your.
I mean, it could be that.
It could be, but no, it's like suffocating your partner, and I.
No, the opposite.
No, I don't want that. So I was just like, okay, that's like a turn off for me. I was like, oh, okay. Someone was
I
like,
hope you didn't find that out the hard way, like having someone make a date with you, being like, we're gonna do some heavy breath play, and you're like, great, I've got all my chakras aligned. I'm ready to have this beautiful tantric evening, and then the other person is just like, I have my duct tape right here. Okay, this would be an interesting.
I know. That seems like a comedy sketch. Maybe we need to like write a comedy sketch. Like
that's actually a really good idea.
I'm ready for this breath play.
Great. Okay, this next question, I'm really curious about the answer you're going to give me because you are known for your incredible personal style. The question is, what is the wildest outfit you've ever worn?
Wildest? Oh, that's so weird because I guess I don't think of.
Maybe for you it would be something like conservative.
Yeah, I know. Like when I wear all black. Gosh.
For my answer for you would be because I once had to interview for a job interview many years ago.
Yeah.
And when you showed up for the job interview, you were dressed so conservatively that it was so out of character for you that seemed wild.
Oh, you saw me at a job interview? Oh.
When I interviewed you for Babeland.
Oh, yeah. But, like, you know what I wore? I was wearing, like a 50s, like, basically, like, sundress, like, with short cap sleeves. And I never forget what I wore. And, like, some, like platforms, like sandals, like black.
Yeah, and
like I was like,
it was conservative.
I was like a little pinup girl, like. Little 20.
You were adorable.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
like no rainbows in sight.
I bought this Anne Klein like suit, for maybe it was for some character, like some act that I was doing. I can't remember. It was just cheap, and I was at a thrift store. I was like, oh, I could use this for something. So that might be the wildest outfit I have. But like, I don't know. I don't think. I mean, it's so funny because I often think that like because I have so many like wild friends that like.
Mm-hmm.
Muffinhead like wears like crazy face masks and like in like wears like a plastic dress and like hard plastic, and you're like, how? So like I feel like I'm not like my clothes aren't even that crazy, like I'm just
but then I'm sure when this is your hanging around loungewear.
Yeah.
But I'm sure like when you're touring or something or doing a show maybe in like the Midwest or something, you get like stares on the street like, whoa, what an outfit.
Yeah, definitely. Like I was so before I went to Australia, I went to Portland and to California to see my family, and I wore, like, I don't know, like, I try to pack a lot of colorful things, like, for the tour, because, like, we're just sort of representing Blunderland, so I wanted to, like, look interesting. But, like, so I have this, like, neon, like, fringy, sort of crocheted rainbow sweater jacket, and I just wore like rainbow leggings and, like my Thank God for Abortion shirt and, like, and I think people were like, oh, okay, like, so that was, I think, wild for them. But, for me, I'm just like,
this whole thing.
Like, oh,
okay. So since this is from the year 2002, the next one is 5 CDs that rock my world. But I think you did already tell us an album. But okay, instead I'll ask you, what was the first CD you ever bought?
That I bought? I remember the first CD that was gifted to me, which was...
Okay, what was that?
That was Aretha Franklin, like a greatest hits Aretha Franklin.
Nice. Yeah. How old were you?
I must have been like 10 or 11, I think. Yeah, because
Wow, that's a good gift.
Yeah, my first cassette was Whitney Houston, her first album, The Greatest Love. Was that her album?
Her self-titled debut. Now, how can we find you in the meantime?
So I have a website. It's darlindajustdarlinda.com. See if I have my debit card here. Anyways, and I'm on Instagram, Darlinda Just. I'm on Facebook, Darlinda Just Darlinda. I think I don't do TikTok, or what's the other one?
I don't even know
the other ones. I don't do any of those things. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Vimeo. Vimeo is where most of my videos are. I am on Venmo and Cash App. My handle is Darlinda Just. So the name Darlinda and the word Just. And I have PayPal, and it's darlinda@gmail. That's my .com. That's my address there. Yeah, that's how you can support me.
Thanks to everyone out there, whoever you may be. And thank you for joining me for this episode and this segment of Good Night with Scooter Pie. And good night.
Thank you for joining me for this exciting episode of Good Night with Scooter Pie. I hope you have a good night, and see you next time.